Have you ever wanted to be an author but don't have the time or the skills required to be one? Or maybe you're an avid reader that likes stories that really pull you in with their depth and their plot and their artwork that are just mwah, beautiful, like this one, where he's an NPC in an MMORPG game Raidscape, and he tries to level up to stop players from raiding the castle. And there's the cover art. In-depth and professional, huh? They're going to start paying me if I'm going to shell it like this. Now, all jokes aside, you may be wondering, what is this place, Dova, and why are you shilling it so hard it sounds like you're from the 1800s trying to sell me snake oil? Well, I'd like to introduce you to Royal Road. Now, what is Royal Road, you may be wondering? Well, Royal Road is a place in which you can make an account for free and you can start uploading stories. Now, to get started, let's make an account. Click this button up here. Click this button down here. Now, we're going to start with the username. We need to do something professional because if you plan on uploading stories, this is going to be the author's name, and if you plan on commenting at all, this is going to be the name that is portrayed as you for your comments. So let's think of something professional here. And pretty professional to me. Now, what about an email address? Did you just use your old email address? Good enough. Now, password, something you want to remember so you can come in and check in all the time. You just put it in again. Select your gender, date of birth. Put in your actual date of birth. It's recommended because, it's just kind of being genuine. We got, there we go. And agree terms. I'm not a robot. Click that button right there. Now, after you have your account, you decide what you want to do. So if you scroll down, you got the latest updates for the newest stories and the newest chapters coming out for stories. To the right, you have Trending Fictions, which is a place you'll never get to, so let's not even worry about it. Scroll down, Popular this week, once again. Don't worry about it. Unless you're reading, then you could read these stories because they're usually pretty decent with some shitters coming in every once in a while. And best rated, where all the best rated stories are. Personally, I like Seaborn, so you should maybe give it a check out if you're interested in fantasy novels and you like reading. However, we all know you're here for the writing aspect. So let's go ahead and go to My Fictions and start a story. Now here we are at Fictions, and we would like to start our first story. So we just click this red button right here, the red button of doom. Reason I call this the red button of doom is because it's going to take you down a rabbit hole that you're never going to come out of, and it'll probably traumatize you. But let's go ahead and click it. So we have the cover here, which you can make a cover for your book like that beautifully made one that we saw earlier. Title of the fiction, synopsis, and genres. Preferably, if you want to be popular, just click this one, just click this one, just click this one, and the other ones you could pick one more to add to it, maybe tragedy or satire. For tags, usually the popular ones have a female lead, so that's something to take into consideration. This website mainly has fantasy stories. It's always good to see one that's not a fantasy story, so I would suggest you maybe trying something different. But fantasy and dungeons and isekai and it's just turning into anime, isn't it? That's where we've come to. Anyways, you have the content warning. You want to do this if there's going to be things that are beyond what you'd want, say, like a 16-year-old seeing. Like if there's a lot of profanity, go ahead and click the profanity filter. Another thing to take into consideration is content ownership. Now, you don't want to really use characters from other stories. They take that pretty seriously here. And in fact, when you upload the chapter title and the chapter content and you click submit, you go through a waiting process in which it makes sure that it's not found on other websites. If it is, they'll tell you, hey, you need to change it, add the fanfiction tab, or say that you're trying to transfer it to other sites, mainly because this site doesn't really like it when you plagiarize off the internet. Most sites shouldn't, but we all know those sites that are out there stealing content from authors. In fact, they've had a lot of problems with it, but that's either neither here nor there at the moment. So once you get all of this filled out, click submit, wait 24, 48 hours, depends on what staff is online, and then you have your story posted. After you have your story posted, then you can look at the dashboard for the story. Now, this is what it looks like for a reader, but as an author, it also looks like this. You get to see your statistics. You can see your score for all of your statistics, whether it's overall, style, story, grammar, or character. See your views, which you always want to be high, your average views, followers, your favorites, your ratings, and your pages. They base it off of 275 words, so just however many pages there is, just times it by 275, and that's usually how many words there are in total. Scroll down, you have the table of contents in which you can read the story if you're a reader, preferably from chapter 1. But if not, and you're an author, you can click on it and it'll pull up your chapter in which you can edit it. And then also you can leave a review. When it comes to leaving a review, try to give actual constructive criticism. If not, it could be taken down or you can get thumbs down. Hold on, wait. Let me find a review that has probably some ratings on it. Here's a popular story. Scroll down. You see that there's thumbs down and thumbs up mechanic for reviews. You can also be messaged by people, so you want to be wary of that, but don't be scared to give constructive criticism. However, there have been some pretty bad reviews I have seen over the years. Like this one that has lack of grammar, punctuation, and coherency. Like this one as well, where he gave a half-star review after only reading the first chapter, not even knowing if you'd like it or not. Though at least he did say some good words at the end. When you give a half-star review, it also brings down the star rating, which could bring less traffic to the author's story if that's what they're looking for. Now I'm going to talk about probably the most important place on the website. That is up here at the top left where it says read and popular this week. This is where the most popular this week stories are. Usually popular means well written on the website because if it has a lot of followers and the web people on this website are pretty picky when it comes to their stories, that means the story is usually good. You can check the star ratings a lot if they have a lot of ratings, and it's around 4.5 expected to be pretty decently written. You also find that there are some stories found other places at other web novel sites, like Chrysalis is pretty important. Well, not important, popular when it comes to other websites. But you'll find a lot of stories that won't be found anywhere else, and that's probably the best place about this website. Most of these stories are really, really good. And say if you like anime or fantasy, usually the stories on here will be your cup of tea. I have been here for a long time and I'm still here today. I haven't been disappointed. There's always new stories coming in. And I think you should try to write some yourself. I mean, there's no bad thing that can come from writing except for maybe losing your sanity because everyone's shitting on you. But I mean, that's life in general. Honestly, just give it a try, make a free account, make a story, and maybe one day I'll read your story and give it a review. Who knows? I'd like to thank anyone who made it this far in the video, honestly. Royal Road is a really, really cool place that if you like anime or gaming, you should check out because there's a lot of fantasy stories on it. And I would also like to thank you for making this far because this is my first video. Mic quality is a little scuffed and the humor is dry, but I'm trying my best. And if you liked the video, go ahead and give me a screw you down in the comments so I know that you liked it. And this is Nova. Have a good day. Yeah, this is Nova about 2 hours after that what I just said, and I just want to say I somehow corrupted the video and fucking deleted it. I don't see how people can be YouTubers. Mad respect to y'all, but oh god, it was so rough. If anyone has any guides on how to use Adobe Premiere Pro, please help a man out. I mean, that was rough redoing all of it. Just 2 to 3 hours of remaking the video was just painful. Uh, I don't know why you're still here at this point, but anyways, goodbye.